Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome. Steel Flow Podcast.
Back at it, Caleb.
Paolo. Yep.
Yep. We'll jump into our fits here.
Yep.
But before we do that, follow, subscribe. Comment, subscribe, YouTube.
Yep.
Follow us Instagram and TikTok at Afloat Clothing.
Yep.
AfloatClothing.com. You can get the podcast there and also shop. And
Yep.
then Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can get the podcast there as well.
Yep. Check us out, man. Check us out. Here to hang.
Yeah.
Let's get into your fit, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into your fit.
Today, just the slides. The main piece is the Virgil Abloh Figures of Speech Museum T-shirt.
Yo.
Yeah, we're talking about Virgil today, so I had to pull this out.
Yeah, for sure. Great piece. I don't think I have any. Nah. I got some. I'm gonna change. Mid-pod, I'm gonna change. Alright, we're back.
Yep.
I'm in a new piece.
What would Virgil do?
Yeah, what would Virgil do? Jordan with the 6 rings. Designed by Isaac Paleo. Great shirt.
West Side Gun.
What would Virgil do? Pop up in Chicago RSVP Gallery. Afloat Clothing shorts, of course. Screen printed by yours truly. Slave every Crocs. You already know what those are. You know we're hanging, man.
Yeah.
It's a Virgil day.
Yeah.
It's a Virgil day.
Yeah, Virgil would have been 44 years old.
Yep.
The day before we're filming this, so September 30th, would have been 44 years old. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in power.
Yeah, we're just here to talk about him, celebrate his life a little bit.
Yeah. I think something that we should just go into really quick before we talk a little bit about Virgil and a little bit about just kind of, the impact that he had and everything. Something to note is the fact that LVMH has sold Off-White. They sold Off-White to Blue Star Alliance, which is a brand management company that also operates BB, Hurley, Scotch and Soda, and Tahari, as well as tween brands Justice and Limited.
Yeah.
Justice is crazy.
Yeah,
but
I don't really understand the move, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't either. We mentioned that we talked about this a little bit earlier. The biggest thing is that we just hope that Virgil's legacy lives on, and he's celebrated still. Off-White's still celebrated, and the idea, and the main focus behind Off-White is still very much the same goal that it has been for since Virgil has started and designed it, or was designing for it, and as others have taken on the role.
Yeah, that's what we gotta hope for.
Yeah, so hopefully Blue Star is able to continue that.
Yeah.
Something that I saw attached to that, I think within with that news coming out, was JFG, a local Chicago clothing designer.
Joe Freshgoods.
Wait, did I say Joe Freshgoods?
You said JFG.
JFG. I was worried I said some other name. I was like, what other name would I have said? Yeah. JFG, Joe Freshgoods, local Chicago clothing designer and part of Fat Tiger Workshop. JFG, does all that shit.
Cool cat.
Very cool cat. Well put, Caleb. He tweeted out and said, "Man, give that shit to me for a season. Swap out different creative directors yearly. Time is ticking, and there's a ton of designers around the world that would love to keep V-Name alive through it."
Yeah. Well put.
Very well put. It's a fact. I think, when you think about brands like Off-White and, the impact that Virgil had on so many different people and the many different people that, had an impact on him as well, that you can tell that, were sourced through, his designs and his clothing and everything that he created. It would be awesome to see a lot of different people that he worked with design for, or be the creative director for a season or two.
Yeah. It would be.
And there's many different names that I think would be very into doing that.
Yeah, and it's a way to ensure that, like we said, Virgil's legacy is carried out through the Off-White brand.
Right.
For years to come.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, I think that would just be one of the cooler things to happen. Names like JFG, you know, West Side Gun.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, Kanye, Don C, you know, just to name a few.
Sure.
People that would definitely...
And people that...
A$AP Rocky, I'm sure.
Yeah, people we don't even know yet.
Right, people we don't even know yet.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Yeah, really, make it happen.
Blue Sky Alliance.
Yeah, Blue Sky Alliance. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Yeah, that's a little bit of the news that's been happening with Off-White and, you know, recently.
Yeah, I mean, for me and for you, I think Virgil obviously had a large impact on us.
Yeah.
But on the culture in general, too. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, it was the other day I put on Pelo Sombras by Arthur Verkai, which was a song from one of Virgil's televised radio playlists that it just reminded me how much music he actually put me onto.
Yeah.
And how much he was involved in the music space as well as the fashion space.
Right. I think that's something that I always kind of like lose sight on or just don't think about as much is like he was very much a part of the music scene as much as he was a part of the fashion scene.
Yeah.
And obviously he did a lot, you know, made a lot more noise in the fashion scene. But he was still very much a part of the music scene and was still on it and, you know, did a lot of DJing and like, you know, did the radio station, televised radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did a lot, man.
Yeah, he did.
You know?
Part of the museum, where this shirt came from, part of the museum exhibit he did was the Yeezus and Watch the Throne album covers, but you know, he also did Love is Rage 2, he did Pop Smoke's album cover.
Right, he did obviously West Side Gun.
Yeah.
Pray for Paris. That's one of my favorite album covers ever, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
That one's crazy.
Very cool album cover.
Love that one, the Caravaggio.
Yeah, and he's worked with so many different people in so many different areas of design and music and different creative endeavors alike. So
right, it's incredible. And also I think too, something that I always go back to is the fact that, I mean, you know, he you know, grew up in Rockford, Illinois, and, you know, also went to school, he went to architecture school at IIT.
Yeah.
So, you know, although growing up in Rockford, like, still Chicago kid, like, still Chicago dude.
I mean,
to an extent. Still definitely like repped like Illinois.
Yeah,
like,
I mean he definitely was influenced by Chicago.
For sure. Yeah. And I mean, you know, I don't know. I enjoy that aspect of him too a lot, you know, just the fact of, you know, him being local.
After traveling the world so much, he came back and still did a lot for the city.
Yeah.
You know, through like I'm gonna keep bringing it up, but figures of speech and other things as well. But yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you know, I always say it too with like figures of speech, and like you know, I think I have the Virgil Abloh figures of speech like train poster.
Yeah, from the Red Line.
From the Red Line, I gotta get that framed.
Yeah, that's a long frame.
It's a long frame, but I gotta get a frame because that's like the thing. But yeah, you know, I mean that. You know, I feel like we talk about a lot. That was the first time for me realizing like, you know, the Yeezus album cover, like the actual like album cover, like actually being like physically made. Yeah, like physically made.
Like larger than life size.
Yeah. Seeing that like in person and seeing the Watch the Throne casket and like not even realizing like that was him.
Right.
Until seeing it then, like, all of that was, like, really eye-opening and, like, this is art. Like, this is all art. And, like, the stuff that I like and think is cool deserves to be in a museum just as much.
It's the first time.
It's like an antique painting.
Right. It's one of the first times for, I think, both of us that we went to a museum and saw something that was very relevant to us.
Right.
And not,
extremely.
So it was just such a cool experience.
It was, and it made me realize, like, this is, you know, art isn't just for, like, specific people.
Yeah.
You know, art can be, like, for everybody. I think that's something that I really picked up on, because up until then I was kind of like, art's like whatever, like I was never interested in like art class when I was in grade school or whatever. Like to an extent I was, but I didn't really care that much about it.
No.
You know, like just kind of realizing like the stuff that I like can be art too. It's like, oh shit, okay.
It's empowering.
Yeah, no, it is. It was a really eye-opening moment.
It opened the door as well as he did a lot of door opening in his career, but it was one of the things he did that opened the door for a lot of young people like Paolo and I to say this is something I can do. And that was kind of like, if there's one message that Virgil brought with everything he did, is that this is something that you can do.
Yeah, for sure.
As someone as a young person.
Yeah, especially with like, sorry, go ahead.
And that sticks with us.
Definitely, especially with like, you know, putting out the whole like website, free game, and everything. I mean, just he did so much,
and a lot of, and you know, there's a lot of quotes by him, like, you know, going around recently, like, how did you get this job? I dreamt it.
Yeah.
When he was talking about Louis Vuitton, I think.
Yeah.
And then same thing, like, everything I do is for the 17-year-old version of myself.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, when I was 15, coming up with the idea for a float, like, there's all, like, the possibilities you think of are endless.
Yeah.
And just the fact that this guy is actually able to live out that dream.
It's incredible.
Paves the way.
No, yeah, it's amazing. And like, I feel like in the same vein of that with Virgil is like Tyler.
A little bit.
I feel like they very much are both similar in the fact of like they are just doing crazy shit. Or like, you know, like Tyler like definitely came from like nothing and is like doing Louis Vuitton stuff now and whatever, like,
and had exactly, and that Virgil being doing Louis Vuitton opened the door for Pharrell and for
Tyler, yeah, and all
that's
that.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's insane how. Yeah, it's really it goes back to Virgil obviously, because Virgil just opened the doors.
Yeah.
And for so many different people to step into such like a
prestigious role.
Prestigious and highly sought after role.
Of making a collection for Louis Vuitton.
Right.
Which I think, you know, Virgil did so well. Like, Virgil's Louis Vuitton stuff is crazy. Yeah. And I remember going to the Louis Vuitton pop-up store in West Loop, where where it's all the orange figures and all the orange stuff, and that was just everything he did for Chicago, and was just so cool.
Yeah.
Just being able to, as a teenager,
just being able to go out there and check it out.
Yeah.
Be a part of it.
And having, you know, just having that in my city.
Yeah. And just making a memory from it.
Yeah.
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 Definitely. I mean
yeah.
Just incredible.
Yeah. So
incredible.
Rest in peace to Virgil.
Rest in peace to Virgil, man. We appreciate everything you've done for us. I mean, truly, there wouldn't be a float without Virgil.
Yeah.
100% fact.
At least not in this way. Yeah.
Not
I mean,
no,
way. Yeah, not definitely, yeah.
No, yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other words you'd like to share?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you did for us, man.
Yeah.
We hope you're doing well. We love you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Really. Should we talk a little bit? I mean. Yeah. It's a big time for you.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who over the past year or two become a very large fan of baseball in the MLB.
Huge fan.
Yeah, I think
huge fan.
You know, once that calendar hits October 1st, which is today's date, it's a big thing. It means
special day.
The postseason is here.
Yep.
This is what you play 162 for.
Yeah, this is what you play 162 for.
So yeah, I think you know, Paolo and I have our predictions mapped out.
Yep.
We'll go over them real quick.
Yep. Now you know how I usually go about these predictions.
You're more of a vibes guy.
It's 100% more of vibes. I don't really know much about the you know, current places, positions of teams and whatnot. Who's on whose team?
Yeah, I mean,
who's doing well, who's not.
Kind of,
I have an idea of 100% because I am best friends with this guy and he talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
So I kind of know.
Yeah.
That being said.
And you watch some baseball throughout the year.
There's some knowledge. There's some knowledge.
Yeah.
There's some knowledge. I think that that being said though, I think my NFL bracket this year is gonna be special.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching like everything. I'm paying close attention.
Fantasy football will do that to you.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm getting really into it, and it's like not only fantasy. It's just I'm just interested.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's been a Sunday where I haven't sat down and watched like at least the Bears.
Yeah.
I've watched the Bears every Sunday, and I've put on another game and a half.
You see the other teams.
I see who else is playing in that time.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
All right, should we go into this event?
Let's go through the wild card.
Yeah.
Wild card. We'll start American League.
Okay.
Tigers Astros. This is
Why do you start with this?
Let's preface.
Yeah.
We're filming this Tuesday the 1st.
Yeah.
The Tigers and Astros have played, Royals and Orioles have played, and the Mets and Brewers have played. So we know the result of 3 games.
Right.
And at the time of making our prediction. So we're predicting the whole postseason. So there's a lot.
There's a lot more to get into.
Yeah.
So
Tigers Astros, who do you got?
Tigers Astros, I have Tigers. I said it last night before the game happened. I said Tigers I think are going to do it.
Yeah.
They are rolling on a streak into the postseason that just made them make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, shockingly.
They've been playing very well.
They've been playing really well.
Yeah.
They won the first game, as we now know.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to be hot. I think that it's gonna be a hard team to slow down, at least through this first wild card series.
Yeah. I have Astros. They've been to the championship series 7 years in a row.
Right.
They have all the experience in the world.
Right.
The Tigers have no experience.
Yep.
That's what I'm basing that off of.
Valid.
Royals, Orioles.
You got Orioles.
Now, I picked the Royals, and I did not know which way the series was going to go at all.
Yeah. Orioles have been strong this season.
Orioles they've been weak the second half, and so have the Royals.
Wow.
So, but the Royals won the first game, and I think, last year all 4 wild card series were sweeps.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of thinking the Royals are just going to take it.
Could be.
Take the whole thing.
Could be.
But I don't have a strong sense on that series.
I don't either. I have heard that the Orioles have kind of been decent this season.
Yeah.
Rolling with the Orioles.
Yeah.
No problem with them.
Yeah.
Next.
National League wild card.
Yep.
Mets Brewers.
I got the Mets.
As do I.
More than anything else, I think it's a fun team to roll with.
It's a very fun team. A very hot team, as we saw in the doubleheader before the postseason.
Yep.
They can come back from just about anything.
Yep. So yeah, no, I'm fucking with them.
They have something special. There's something intangible about that team that they just have.
Yeah, and it's just like the New York Mets. It's hard to root against them.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah.
They're hard to root against for me.
I get it.
Padres, Atlanta.
Yeah. Who you got?
I personally have the Padres. We have the game on right now. It's 3-0. Padres, more than anything else, are just a more fun team to root for. They haven't really gone that deep in the playoffs as of recent times since they've been good, right?
Well, last 2 years ago, they went to the CS, the championship series.
They went to the championship series? Okay,
yeah.
So yeah.
Last year they missed the playoffs.
Right.
This year they've been, since the halfway mark, they've been one of the best records in baseball.
And I feel like that's such a important thing is that second half of the season. If you're rolling heavy, it's gonna get you some good steam going into the playoffs. I feel like you can usually, not always, but you can usually cruise through that first round.
You definitely would rather be hot in the second half than the first.
Right. So yeah, I got Padres.
Yeah. Padres. All right.
Padres. So now we move on.
American League.
Yeah.
Championship or divisional series.
Yep.
So you have Orioles Yankees, I believe.
Orioles Yankees.
Yeah.
Orioles Yankees.
Yeah.
Yankees.
All that. Yankees Royals. I want Yankees as well.
Yankees are just gonna be fun.
Yeah, and
I'm looking to just see the Bronx Bombers go crazy.
I don't think either of those, the Royals or the Orioles, will be that strong.
No.
So
not against a strong hitting Yankees team. I think as long as pitching can come through, then they're golden.
Yeah, I don't have that much faith in the Yankees, but I have a lot less faith in the Royals or Orioles at this point. So it's Yankees.
I got Yankees in there for sure.
Now, you have Detroit versus the Guardians. I have the Astros versus the Guardians.
Right. So, see, this is where it gets fun for me personally.
Right.
Because I took Detroit.
In that matchup, I would have too.
Yeah, I think it's just like the more fun team to take. I don't really know shit about the Guardians at this point.
Yeah.
Who do they have?
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
They have Josh Naylor.
Okay.
They have a lot of guys that can be very hot or cold.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think if Detroit wins his first series against Houston and Cleveland isn't playing the best of baseball, yeah, I got Detroit.
Yeah.
I'd already said it. Yeah.
I would have done the same thing in that decision. I think, especially because, the Guardians are going to have like 5 or 6 days off.
They could catch them cold.
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, the Tigers will be just on fire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would agree with that pick, except I have Astros Guardians.
Yeah.
And I'm going Astros. Just because they're the Astros, they're not going to lose at all.
Okay. All right. What do you got next? You have Mets versus Phillies in there?
Yeah, Mets Phillies.
What are you thinking?
This one's a bit tough, but I'm going to go Phillies.
I got Mets.
Yeah, and I don't blame you.
Mets are fun.
They're fun, and
Phillies are kind of whatever.
They don't quit.
They don't quit.
The Phillies are not whatever. The Phillies are one of the strongest teams in the sport.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good.
But, yeah, I mean,
Mets could sneak up on them.
The Mets good. The Phillies just play so strong in the postseason in the past couple years that I find it hard to pick against them.
They haven't won recently yet, though, right?
World Series in 22 lost to the Astros.
Yeah. Right. Padres versus LA. Or do you have?
Yeah, Padres LA. Yeah.
I have LA. I mean, I feel like LA is just going to be strong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a fair thought.
I mean, I can't imagine they're going to be that bad of a team.
No, they won't be bad.
Yeah.
I have the Padres.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's fun. Wow.
Yeah. No, I think the Padres are a very, very strong team.
Yeah.
And I think, LA has hitters, but I think the lineup depth of the Padres is huge.
Yeah, facts. I
think the Dodgers are a bit top heavy. So
yeah.
I think Padres got it.
Okay.
Should we head back to the American League for you have Detroit versus the Yankees?
Yep.
Well, what do you believe is going to be the outcome?
Got the Yankees.
Yeah.
Got the Yankees.
Yeah. I think I see where this is going for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the Astros. Astros come out on top.
Yep.
They will be in the World Series. That's my prediction.
Who?
Yankees. The Astros.
Oh, the Astros will be in the World Series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
then who do you have?
I have Mets versus LA.
You have Mets Dodgers. Yeah.
Mets Dodgers.
Yeah.
I got the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a Yankee Dodger World Series for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
LA.
How do you feel about that?
It's kind of stupid.
It's not what you'd expect from Paolo.
No. Not the slightest.
It's just the way it ended up.
It's just the way it ended up. I mean, I was just thinking about the power that's on LA.
Yeah. Shohei's going to go nuts.
I mean, Shohei's, and that's the thing. I think Shohei's going to go stupid in this postseason.
Yeah.
And I think that the Yankees.
I believe that too.
Could be strong.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to see them. It would be fun, and we haven't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you got?
So I have Padres Phillies.
Right.
And I left this one for a game time decision.
Yeah.
Because I truly have no idea.
Yeah. I love the two teams you have.
Yeah.
They're way more fun than mine.
Mets were fun.
Mets were fun. Mets would have been fun in the World Series. Can you imagine a Mets Yankees World Series?
Take me back to 01.
Yeah. Fact.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the Padres, I believe.
Nice.
I will. This is another one that's like, it could happen anyway.
Yeah.
Like this series happened 2 years ago and the Phillies took it.
Right.
But I don't know. I think the Padres just have it.
Yeah.
The same thing the Mets have that's like intangible. I think Padres have the same
Padres
thing.
got it.
Maybe a little stronger.
Yeah. Padres.
Yeah. So now my World Series is Padres Astros. Yours is Yankees Dodgers.
I have the Yankees taking it home.
I can't pick the Astros, so I'm picking the Padres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Padres World Series.
Padres World Series. I love it.
Yankees World Series.
Yankees World Series.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you would bring yourself all the way to the end with the Astros and then cuck yourself right at the end.
What do you mean?
And choose Padres.
What do you mean?
I mean, the whole time you're building it up like, oh, the Astros, they're never gonna lose. They're the best team ever. How can they lose?
I never said best team.
And then it's Padres are taking them.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how you work.
No, I mean, I think I don't think there's a team in the American League that can hold off the Astros.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But the Padres can't.
Oh, 100%. The National League is way stronger than the American League right now.
Facts. Yeah. You would know. I really have no idea.
Yeah.
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 Word.
So those are, we'll check back in.
Yeah,
in a
we'll
month
check back in and talk.
Yeah.
See how those picks turned out.
Yeah, probably horrible.
Probably not great.
Baseball's pretty unpredictable.
It's pretty unpredictable. We'll see what happens.
We went two different ways, so one of us could be right a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll
for
see.
sure.
We'll see.
We'll see who ends up better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb, you got anything else for the people today?
I do. I have a quick random thought.
Alright, let's go.
You can't wash all your clothes at one time.
What do you mean? Like all the clothes in your like all the clothes in my closet right now?
Like when you're doing laundry, you have to wear something. Unless you have a washer dryer in your living space.
Right.
Then you gotta wear something when you're doing your clothes.
Right.
When you're doing laundry.
Right.
Even if you did have a washer dryer, you can't sit there naked for 3 hours. I mean, you might be able to, but I feel a little weird about it. But
right.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You just can't wash all your clothes. All your dirty, like you have to be. When you're washing clothes, you're making more clothes dirty. And not just. I just thought about that. You know what I mean? You're wearing something when you do laundry.
Right. So you're making that piece of clothing dirty.
Yeah, like you're gonna have
to sacrifice the wash. Not
even just like the cycle's already restarting. You know what I mean? Like you can never wash all your clothes.
Like you're saying, all your clothes can't be clean at once.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a thought I had.
Yeah. No, it's a crazy one that I've never thought of myself.
Yeah.
How did this come out?
I don't.
Doing your laundry?
I don't remember. Yeah, it must have been.
I know. You were sitting around naked for 4 hours, like, huh?
I washed all my clothes.
Yeah.
I did it. I broke the rule. I broke the law of laundry.
You broke the laundry law.
Yeah. That's it. That's my random thought.
Alright. That was an insane random thought. Should we get out of here?
We'll see you next week, Afloat Podcast.
Love y'all. Stay afloat.
Make sure to check out tomorrow, Afloat Friday.
Yeah.
Second episode
with Gabby.
First Friday of every month.
Yep.
Afloat Friday.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Stay afloat.
Stay afloat.
See ya.
See ya.